Okay, so if Matt is allowed to play with his MIDI keyboard on the AM Hookah Podcast Friday show called Technical Difficulties, I get to do whatever I want on this channel. Welcome back to Pipe Dream Hookah, everybody. It's your boy Adrian Hunter. Today we got a review for you. Come closer. Where's my box? It's a flavor, you know, from the thumbnail. This is gonna take zero time for you, but I have to walk away for a moment. You know, it's always so funny because when you're YouTubing, you can absolutely just like edit this in post and make it look like I never left. But I did, so we're not gonna. Today's review is gonna be on Tangiers Prince of Grey, Earl Grey flavor. For those of you who don't know what that is, there's a joke right here. You can't see it because of the hookah. This is part of the RAMI High Desert Smoke Yucca Valley, California series. If you want to pick up some tobacco and you're near Yucca Valley, California, go there to do it because Rami's awesome. He runs a good local shop. As usual, with all these tobacco review series, anything that's not a new brand, Tangiers is a new brand, so we're getting a packing method and stuff soon. If you don't know how to pack Tangiers, as always with these reviews of tobaccos that I haven't done methods for quite yet, until I do them, I'll leave links for other really good reviewers. That said, we're going to judge it based on the scent, flavor, and cloud output of the tobacco, as well as a few other minor things, and then we got to go over our setup. I usually forget to do that in the beginning, so let's go over our setup. First, hey everybody, I've been noticing that there's a lot of legislation happening around hookah tobacco. I'm going to leave a link in the description. It's a petition you should sign. You're gonna sign it. It was started by George Johnson, the guy who makes Regal Hookah, one of the best American hookahs to ever be brought to any market ever. And we don't want California to stop being able to have shisha tobacco, because that's gonna hurt the rest of the country, even if you don't live in California. And if you like a lot of your brands that come out of California, you really are gonna need to handle that. That said, if you're under 18, if you could kindly go fuck off of this channel, that'd be really cool of you, because I don't fucking want you here. You're 18, you just turned 18, welcome to the party. I got some videos tell you what hookah you should buy. If you're under 18, go back to fucking school, you should be studying, son. That said, we got the white matte pear setup with the fucking Neo Lux base on the bottom, Surrey bowl on top, packed with the Prince of Grey. Let's go ahead and check out what this stuff smells like first. I always wonder if I even need to do this because the scent of the tobacco, when it doesn't translate to the flavor, doesn't matter. But I always think it's part of the experience, so. I absolutely love the scent of this tobacco. It smells like Earl Grey tea. I am a fan of Earl Grey tea. And it's not just Earl Grey tea. So for me, Earl Grey has always been a citrus-esque spiced tea flavor. It's very good in the breakfast area of when you would eat. That's what this really smells like. There's really no other crazy notes except for that this is Tangiers Burley. So in addition to smelling like Earl Grey tea, if you haven't had it, a quick Google will tell you what it's supposed to be, or you can go to your local grocery store and pick up some Earl Grey tea. You won't be disappointed. But it's going to be a kind of dark citrusy, but it's not dark, but it's not a bright citrus. I've always gotten a bit of a citrus from it, but it's like a spiced tea. It's very good. It's like I was saying, it's a breakfast tea. But so if you're familiar, there you go. It smells like that with these really dark tobacco notes that I'm a big fan of. This is Tangiers Burley. It even says on the label, it is very strong. You probably, no matter how I zoom into this in post, it might not be clear. I don't know. I might not even be in focus right now. But yeah, it smells like Earl Grey tea. Let's go ahead and take our first pull off of this, see if it's making clouds yet, and if it is, we can go to the flavor profile, and then, we'll do the rest of this review. Clouds, no complaints in the cloud department. They're gonna open up a little bit. I always do these when I first start the bowl, and I can't be fucked to change my ritual before starting a video. So they'll be even bigger when I do the flavor take segment. Quick note, about the clouds. They would be bigger. I have a hard time pulling on burley like I do Tangiers Nor. I'll explain a little bit about that later. And for those of you who are seasoned Tangiers smokers, you might be like, oh, Adrian's kind of a little bitch. And you're not wrong. I do like to smoke hot, but when I smoke burley at the heat that I like to smoke at, it whips you just a little bit. Clouds are good. Let's move on to my favorite thing. Well, your favorite thing is probably clouds because it looks cool. Or maybe you guys don't even like the cloud takes. Let me know if you like the cloud takes. Because I feel like most tobaccos at this point make clouds, but I'm probably still going to do them because I like blowing clouds. Anyway, flavor profile, we do it on both the inhale and the exhale because that's the best way to accurately represent the flavor that we're demonstrating for you over here on Pipe Dream Hookah. As always, we start with the inhale. The flavor profile on the inhale does such an awesome job of translating the scent of itself into the flavor of itself. It is an Earl Grey flavor. The tea notes are very strong. There is one other thing in there. Like I said, it does a really good job representing the scent. You smell the tobacco. You absolutely smell that molasses and tobacco, that really dark on-wash Tangier scent. It's very strong in these burley tobaccos. And it comes through really strong in the flavor too. That's worth mentioning. Like, this is an Earl Grey flavor, and it is going to taste like Earl Grey. But a lot of these Tangier burley flavors also tend to taste quite tobacco-y. And that is the case with this one, since Earl Grey is a tea flavor, and tea flavors tend to be a little bit on the lighter side. So keep that in mind, but yeah, it's going to get good points for tasting like it smells. Let's check the exhale really quick, just to be sure that that's similar. Okay, on the exhale, those dark notes have even more room to breathe. They kind of play on the back of your tongue. It's not bitter, but it's very robust and earthy. You still get the Earl Grey tea flavor. So as far as the flavor change from the inhale to exhale goes, I would just say it lightens up a little bit. You taste more of the tobacco, but it mostly remains unchanged. Tangiers burley. Let's talk about a couple things before we can rate this. Burley is strong. It's got a higher nicotine content than the Nor line, and it's just a stronger tobacco. The cut's very similar. I'll probably do a separate video for the different lines of Tangiers, whether it's Berkuk, Nor, or burley. But burley tends to knock a lot of people on their ass. Even me, I'm a pretty seasoned smoker. I haven't smoked Prince of Grey in about 2 weeks because I actually smoked through almost all of it. I've got enough to scrape and make like a third of a bowl maybe, which I probably will do at some point. But just keep that in mind. It's strong, so it is going to be a bit buzzy, even if you've eaten. And guys, today, I ate before I smoked, and I'm still buzzing a little bit, so that's worth mentioning. And then how long does it take heat for? And how well does it take heat in general? A really long time and really well. Burley is going to be warmer. It's going to be kind of a throat kicky smoke no matter what you do, and that's totally fine because Berkuk, I mean, it's labeled as being very strong, and that's coming from Tangiers. So you just like make the assumption like, oh, this is probably going to be very strong, and it is very strong. And it takes heat for a good long time. This is going to burn like Tangiers, so in this bowl, 2-hour session, easy peasy. And with these burley flavors, I noticed the flavor density doesn't die down until you're done with the bowl. You can basically cash the whole bowl out, and the flavor's going to be great. I'm going to rate this stuff. Oh, really quick, mixability. That's something I don't touch on enough. Mix this with anything, and it just makes it better. I like to mix it with a lot of different Tangiers flavors. One of my personal favorite flavors I've tried mixing with this, I think it's called Naranja. I believe it's by Hookah Fina Black. That's a really good mix if you've ever had the chance to try that. I'm doing a review on that shortly. Thanks again, Ron Barron, for sending that stuff out. He sent it as a gift. He knows that I'm going to review this stuff because that's what I do over here on this channel. But thank you. That was just someone who sent me something just to be nice. I really appreciate that type of stuff. Also, no one needs to send me stuff. I appreciate it, but it's not necessary. This is gonna get a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 7. Not a 7 out of 10. We don't do the 10 scale. I'm tripping over my words because I'm buzzing just a little bit. 7 out of 7. Why? I love Earl Grey, so there's a bias thing. It hits the 6 out of 7 just for being Tangiers, performing well, tasting like it smells, being well represented. It's labeled as Prince of Grey. You assume it's going to be an Earl Grey, it's an Earl Grey. And then it gets bumped up to that 7 out of 7 because I fucking love Earl Grey flavors. So keep all of that stuff in mind. It's a 7 out of 7. If you don't like Earl Grey flavors, you can obviously take that way down. And if you don't like Earl Grey flavors, you probably clicked on this video just to be like, Earl Grey sucks, and please put that in the comments. Even negative comments make me look like I'm more relevant than I actually am. But that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I am still buzzing. Enjoy your weekends, assuming I posted this at the correct time. And again, assuming I posted this at the right time. Come check out me and Matt on the AM Hookah Podcast every Monday, 5:30 Eastern Time. Well, 7:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time, and then 4:30 if you're in California. If you're in Central, it's going to be 6:30. Time zones. And if you're not in America, I can't help you. But come check that out. We do a podcast all about hookah. It lasts about an hour and a half every single Monday. That's just the obligatory plug. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy smoking. I guess I'll play you out with one of my favorites, one of my personal favorites. Thanks, Koji. Please don't copyright me, Nintendo.